party people! Welcome once again to the Party of One podcast, where the gaming table is always set for two. I am your host as always, Jeff Stormer. Jess is an amazing artist and also the host of Fake Geek Girls, a podcast where she and her co-host Mally interview women in geeky spaces about the sexism and shitty experiences they've had. It is a really flippin' good show. You really need to listen to it. Seriously, I'm going to ramble a lot more about it after the show, but it's really good. You need to listen to it. A link can be found in the show notes. One Missed Call is an RPG duet about two loved ones separated by space, making a series of phone calls, or voicemail messages, or missed calls, in which they try to make the decision of whether to come closer together or finally drift apart. It is really emotional and versatile, and I am a huge fan of this game. A link to the game can be found in the show notes. Before we dive in, though, I did want to talk about Patreon a little bit. We did some house cleaning last night. We moved some things around. We adjusted some stretch goals. We crunched the numbers a little bit. And the big thing is we scrapped our previous $25 stretch goal as it wasn't working. People weren't particularly interested in it. And we replaced it with something that people have been really interested in, which is more bonus episodes. We started doing bonus sequel episodes last month with Star Wars episodes. People really responded to that, so that's going to be the new $25 stretch goal. As long as the Patreon stays above $25, every month we will record and release a bonus episode. And it'll be a sequel or follow-up to a previous episode. I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. If you haven't taken a look at the Patreon, you should go do that. It keeps the wheels rolling on the show. That can be found at patreon.com/partyofonepodcast. And with all that out of the way, let's throw it over to me in the past so he can get started with the show. Take it past me.
Thanks, future me. This week, my guest is Jess. Jess, welcome to Party of One.
I'm happy to be here.
So, real quick, at the top of the show, why don't you go over anything you might want the audience to know about, any cool podcasts that have recently launched, that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. My first ever podcast has recently launched. It's called Fake Geek Girls with a Z, and it's an interview show where me and my co-host Mally talk to lots of different nerdy women about the shitty things men say to us and our experiences with it. It's real fun.
That sounds awesome. It's out now by the time this episode has come out.
Yes. It's literally coming out in a couple hours in real time whenever the episode comes out. It's been out.
Yes. So go listen to that. It's real good. You're also an artist. You do all sorts of cool stuff.
Yes, I am a freelance illustrator, and I have done work on people's role-playing games. I have done icons. I do birthdays and holidays sometimes if you catch me at a good time. And I'm hireable for many things. If my commissions are open, please check before you email me. I am sick and tired of getting emails when I am closed.
Please check beforehand. All right, you ready to play a game? Because I'm ready to play a game.
I am as prepped as I will ever be today to play a game.
Great. So we're playing One Missed Call by Carolyn Hobbs and Mark Hobbs. It is a game about two players. It's a game for two players about loved ones separated by space, drifting apart, or coming together. We are going to do a series of phone calls from people in a long distance relationship, not necessarily romantic, just two people separated by space. Mm-hmm. We are sort of at a crossroads in each of our lives. So the first thing that we're going to do is create characters. Some parts of which we're going to create together, some parts of which we're going to create separately. So the first thing is, let's start with our relationship. This is going to be the same answer for each of us.
Yeah.
What type of relationship do you want to explore?
Well, I've been in long-distance romantic relationships a lot, and also long-distance friendship relationships, and currently am in long-distance family relationships, so I can go with anything, and it's just real close.
I feel the exact same way. Let's go with a long-distance friend relationship.
Okay.
I think that's the one that I have the least experience with, and so that's the one that kind of interests me, I think.
Yeah, okay.
So, and now this is going to be a different answer for each, or let's go with now the distance between us. So we kind of start sketching things out. Mm-hmm. Where are each of us in, relation to one another? What has put us apart?
We can always go with my actual life experience of being in college in a different state than your friend who's in college in another state.
That's good, because that was exactly that's what happened with me in college, so I like that. That hits close to home.
Yeah.
So the distance between us is several states, different universities. We should go with names. Let's go with names. I'm going to go with I like Martin. I'm going with Martin.
I wrote down Cassandra, and in parentheses I wrote Cass because both are interesting sounding names.
Okay, cool. So what is the biggest difference between Martin and Cass? We're each going to have our own answer for that.
I think Cass is probably really flighty and loud.
Okay, yeah, then I think Marty is very quiet and broody.
A soft edge boy.
Yeah, he's a soft, sad edge boy. So the biggest difference between us. Now, why do you love Martin?
He's a good listener.
Cass is. What are Cass's pronouns, real quick?
She, her.
Okay, Cass brings out my fun side.
God damn, I'm just gonna fucking make myself as a character just extra flighty.
That's fine. I am being the sad edge boy that I never got to be in high school because I was a goody two shoes.
I'm in my emo phase right now. Late life.
I missed the boat, so I'm going to indulge right now for being a quiet, broody, sad boy.
I'll lend you some of my eyeliner.
Beautiful, perfect. So now we each secretly decide if we want to come together or drift apart.
Got it.
And then that'll inform what happens in the phone calls that we make over time. Where do you see us in college? I'm thinking like freshman year.
Yeah.
You had a different idea.
I think freshman year is a good place because you're still like riding off that post high school excitement where you're like, oh, we're gonna talk all the time.
Yes.
And then you have the trials and tribulations of going to school.
Yeah, I think, and then like. Yeah, and like you take school super seriously because like it's new and you were told you have to take it super seriously.
Yeah.
Or at least that was my experience because I was getting two shoes. I don't think Martin actually takes it that seriously.
He's too busy being cool and edgy.
Exactly, yeah. He's definitely too into like fitting in to like try school stuff. I don't think he's hitting like parties, but I think he's definitely like hanging around like poetry club readings and stuff.
He's trying, but he's not quite hitting the mark yet.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not like socially qualified enough to be friends with all the popular kids who are throwing frat parties.
Yeah. And like I'm not even into that. Lame.
I think Cass is just like too engaged in all of like the school activities. She joined like 5 clubs like an idiot.
Excellent. Oh god, that hits way close to home. Oh, that is painfully close to home. All right. So from here on out, now that we've sketched out our characters, we've got an idea of what our relationship is. We're going to read the sections about key phrases, making a call. So over the course of the game, we're going to be doing a series of telephone calls between our two characters. We never see the characters interact in a physical space. Instead, we only reveal things through these phone calls. We each have a list of phrases in front of us that will come up during play. Whenever you say one of these phrases, check it off, mark it off, and then that'll sort of time out the game. As we go, that's going to time out the game. We cross off things that we say. When somebody says all of the things on their list, they no longer have the ability to make calls. The game ends once one player has used all of our key phrases. We may use as many key phrases in one call as we wish. We may repeat phrases, but it has no mechanical effect. So we making a call. We will restate who the loved one is and why we are calling. We will say ring ring to start the call. There's no discussion of who calls first. There's always uncertainty about who will call next. For instance, the game says, I am calling my brother because it's his birthday and I feel obligated to call him. So we're going to explain why we're calling, and then say ring ring, and then the person has the option to answer, at which point you'll say hello, or you'll say it goes to voicemail, or you have a missed call. Oh no, it either goes to voicemail or you say hello. Does that make sense?
Okay. I think so.
Cool. Well, I will go ahead and make the first call then. We'll see how this goes.
We are going to learn this on the fly.
Yep. That's how we do it here on Party of One. Shoot from the hip.
Shoot from the hip. Nothing bad has ever happened there.
Nope. So I am calling Cass because I think it is Wednesday night, and I think that in high school we like watched TV, like a TV show on Wednesday night.
Oh, it's precious.
And like I think I'm trying to maintain the tradition of like we talk about, even if we didn't watch it together, like we're not doing the live watch thing where we're on the phone, but I'm calling afterwards to talk about what happened.
Oh,
Or like Skyping to say what happened or whatever.
so precious.
Yeah. So, ring ring.
It goes to voicemail.
Okay. If the responding player decides to let the call go to voicemail, the caller must leave a voicemail. Okay. Hey, Cass, it's Marty. Sorry I missed you. I just, I don't know, did you see what happened? Oh gosh, it was pretty cool. Oh man, I'm sorry. Long day. Anyway, I got a poetry reading that I have to go to. I'm pretty busy, so I'll talk to you soon. All right. Bye. Click.
Click.
And that's the first call.
Whoop-a-doo.
I should have specified what show it is. I realized too late now.
It's the show.
It's the show. Do you have a call in mind, or should I take another one?
I'm thinking of one. If you think of one before I spit it out, just go ahead and do a call.
All right. Okay, I got one.
Cool.
Yeah. I think I'm calling Cass because I just did my first poetry reading for like the school poetry club,
Oh my
and I
god.
want to tell her all about it. So ring ring.
Hello?
Cass, hey, I don't know, did you get my message? Did you watch it yet? First off, I just
You go first. You first.
oh god, it was real. Oh my god. Alice turned out to be a traitor the whole time.
All right.
I thought she would be human, but she was I thought she was going to be human, and then just really caught me off guard.
How did the show go?
Anyway, show, it was all right. Oh, by the way, God, that's why I'm calling. Oh my god, it was so good. It was good. I mean, it was fine. I don't even care. It was fine.
It was fine. Yeah.
It was fine.
Yeah. Just fine.
It was great. It was amazing. It was wonderful. You got me. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be cool now because, like,
Just you.
cool. I'm in college now.
You've always been cool.
Thank you, Cass. That means a lot. You should have been there though. It was so good. I mean, like I wrote this poem about like being away from home and about how like now I have to make my own destiny. And I used this really cool like butterfly analogy that I think really blew some people's minds.
I always get him with the butterfly. I'm really sorry I couldn't be there.
It's a really beautiful analogy. I think that I'll email you the poem and you can just imagine, but like the place was silent, just rapt silence. They were eating it up.
I'm sure they were awestruck.
Oh, it was so cool. It was great.
Man, Marty, I really wish you were here because there's so many cool things you should be seeing.
Oh my god, tell me about it.
There was this like I saw a streaker, I think, like going straight through the main part of school. It was wild.
That's so cool.
I think there might have been a horse head mask at some point. I don't. Well, you can do whatever you want, bud. Follow your heart. But at least wait until I'm there to see it and record it and put it all over the internet for our friends to see.
No, but I can't. My parents will see it, and that's no. It's fine. No, you're right.
At some point, you gotta live a little.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And we're in college. We make mistakes. You make mistakes when you're in college, right? Like, it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, I've got another call. I'll call you later, okay, Mark?
Okay, goodbye, I guess.
Goodbye. And then click.
Yep. Oh, these precious little babies.
These sweet angels.
Oh. Now that we're into it, it's breaking my heart.
Oh, it's... Because distance hurts sweet babies.
Oh.
These sweet young babes. I hope the people listening understand how good this little like phrase list is. 'Cause
Oh, it's real
very
great.
nice. It's very nice.
It's real great. It's real. It's painful, is what it is. Because even when like I'm trying to like figure out when to use them, I'm like, I don't want to use that one.
They're like uncomfortably accurate.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, this makes me feel sad in my heart place.
Goodbye, I guess, is the most brutal
Oh,
thing in the world.
that one's that's a hard stop right there.
So I think Marty doesn't call for maybe like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think it's a while.
Yeah, there's like there has to be like probably a big gap. I think at some point Cass probably calls randomly in the middle of the day to try and catch up and see if they can arrange to hang out like over a break that's coming up. Like it's probably like fall break or something.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, I want to do that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey Marty, how's the semester going?
It's going great. It's great. How are you? How are you? It's great.
From the tone of your voice, it's probably not going great, but you'll turn it around, I'm sure.
No, it's fine. I'm just it's fine. We're just like we're out to lunch, but I got a few minutes. I stepped out. I got a few minutes. What's up?
Well, I was thinking that since break's coming up, I think does your break line up with my break? Because if so, we should really hang out.
Oh, we absolutely should. It has been too long. Oh my god, that sounds amazing. Wait. Is your break start the 23rd or does your break start the 14th?
14th.
Oh. No, oh, that means I can't come. Oh god. Oh, that sucks.
Dang it. I guess maybe the next one will line up. It's fine.
I can maybe try to do the weekend, maybe?
I have a bunch of fundraisers that weekend.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, but no, you know what? That's important. Dang it. That's. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Do you remember that one time when? Oh my god. Do you remember the fundraiser that we did, the theater fundraiser?
Oh god, not the one. Oh, not the plushy one.
The plushy one? Do you remember the plushy one?
That was a bad idea. I don't know why we let her convince us to do that.
It was really a terrible idea, but it was kind of amazing. I'm really glad Twitter didn't exist then.
Oh, it is. It is good. Oh, it's been too long since that crazy stuff has happened.
Oh man, see, and I've got. We were just doing a theater thing, and I gotta tell you all about it.
Yeah.
When we get together, we're gonna get together.
It'll happen. We'll figure it out.
I'll take a day. I can skip some classes. We'll take a day.
Don't skip class.
Make it down. I can skip a class. I'm pulling B's. I can skip a class.
I mean, C's do get degrees after all.
They do. Look, once you get out of school, your GPA doesn't even. Nobody notices. It's fine.
Okay, I'll let you go since you're busy. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right.
Bye. These fucking precious angels.
They're precious babies.
These worthless babies.
I love them so much.
They're good eggs.
They're trying. They're trying real hard.
They're fresh fools. They don't know what it's like.
So I think break comes.
Yes.
I think we get that first break and Marty can't make it.
Yes.
So I'm gonna call up Cass to apologize.
Yes.
I think it's apparent that I'm not gonna make it at this point.
Yes.
It's apparent, but it hasn't been said outright.
Mm-hmm.
So ring.
Goes to voicemail.
Yeah, Cass. Oh, I'm so sorry that I couldn't be there. I thought I was pulling B's, but midterms happened, and I really messed up the composition midterm, and God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Listen. But we are actually, our dorm is actually having, like, a lot of people are leaving for the holidays. If you want to come up at any point, like, we've got an empty bed. My roommate left. Like, you could crash with me for a few days. It's fine. I wish you were here so I could show you, I could introduce you to everybody. I could, introduce you to Jerry, and it, don't worry about it. I got another call. I gotta go. Bye. Ugh,
Sweet, sweet eggs. Sweet poor eggs.
sweet eggs.
A distant cackle. I think, as all plucky college students do at some point, Cass probably makes a very, very, very late night phone call because it is one of those real tough nights, and she really needs her bud, and it's one of those hard, sad. Yeah, that.
Yep.
Yep. Ring, ring.
It goes to voicemail.
Hey, Marty. Sorry I missed you. I shouldn't be calling you this late. It's really dick of me. I understand why you didn't answer. Just shit hit the fan, and it wasn't my fault, but I just really need to talk to you. I need to talk to somebody. I'll call you back in the morning, or if you get this message and I'm not up by the time you're up, just call me. I'd really like to hear from you. Goodbye, I guess. Okay.
That prompt. Oh, I hate that one.
Go for those hard sounds.
So Marty calls back in the late morning. Like, a little bit later than is probably appropriate given that voicemail. It's probably like 11:30.
Oh god, fucking midday.
Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hey! Oh my god, I'm sorry, I just got your message. Oh my god, is everything okay?
I had a real bad time. You remember that girl Cindy I had been telling you about?
Yeah. What happened? Is everything alright?
No. Things didn't work out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. It was a tough night. But
I'm sorry. I should have been there. I was with Jerry, and things were going. What I shouldn't be talking about this. This is not the time. This is about you. This is your call.
I love you, Marty. It's fine. We don't need to worry about me. It'll pass. It's nothing.
No,
it's tough. It gets tough at night, I liked her a lot.
It's not nothing though. It's not nothing. It's something, and I should have been there.
Yeah, you should have been there. It would have been great to have you. Oh God.
I mean,
she called me vapid. Can you believe that?
That's just plain untrue. But I mean, it also wasn't my fault. I was on a date. But no.
Marty, I just got broken up with. So what if you had a good date?
I'm sorry. Things were going well. I wasn't looking at my phone.
You said you'd be there.
And I'm here now. I just couldn't be there then. I'm sorry.
It's whatever.
I'm here now. So if you need to say anything, say it now, because I'm here now.
I have to class, Marty.
All right.
Bye.
Goodbye, I guess.
Click.
Oh.
I like me a spicy drama turn.
Oh, I do too. I'm all in on this.
This is good stuff. Okay. I got one.
All right.
Cass and Marty had made plans for like a friend's Christmas party kind of thing of just like hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a week or so before break.
Yeah.
And she's calling to like confer on details and like suss stuff out and like talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ring ring.
Hey, oh my God, it's so good to hear from you.
Hey, Marty, do you remember our plans for the Chris Mahana Kwanzaa hangout?
Yeah, I'm real excited. I can make it down.
I this really fucking sucks. I can't come anymore. Family stuff
Seriously?
happened. I have to.
Seriously?
I have to spend break with Dad,
Oh,
and I can't be there.
you can't make it out just for the evening though?
You know how far that is.
I can I can put you up. I've already got. I'm crashing. I'm crashing with Aaron. He's got an extra room. We could put you up there. It's.
I know, Marty. It's thanks, but do you remember that one time that I decided that I was just gonna sneak out on Dad?
Yeah.
I can't.
I do.
I can't do that again.
No, I understand.
It's not.
That's fine. No, I'll let everybody know.
Yeah.
And like, don't worry about getting a gift or anything. I've grabbed some extra stuff.
Yeah.
That I don't need.
Oh.
So I can just grab that and put your name on it.
You're
it's
too
fine.
good, Marty.
Hey, I love you, and I want to make sure that everything is great. You know, family stuff is family stuff. The holidays are the holidays.
Yeah.
Take care. Take care of yourself.
You do.
Say hi to your dad for me.
I'll say something to him.
Say whatever you got to say to him. Even if it's nothing.
Alright, have a good break, Marty.
Alright, you too. Bye. Click.
Click. These kids, man.
These kids. So that was actually the last of my phrases.
I also used up all of my phrases.
Oh no.
Oh no.
When one player. Play ends when so we've ended play.
Yes.
We each have the option, if we want to say a brief epilogue. The character should state whether they wanted to come together or drift apart. It should be delivered as a monologue with no further conversation between the two characters.
Okay.
Would you like to do a monologue? I can also go first if you'd like.
You go first, so I can think of my monologue.
Okay. So the scene is a coffee house. It is the campus coffee house. It happens on Tuesday nights. No, it happens on Wednesday nights. And he's there and not watching TV. He's got a cigarette. He's taken up smoking because it's cool.
Oh no, he's that art boy.
He's become that art boy.
All of them.
Friendship is a funny thing. You think that you're gonna overcome the odds. You think that you're gonna come together. And sometimes you do. Sometimes it's great and you overcome it all, right? Like that's the dream, that's the story, that's the fairy tale ending of it all. But that's a fairy tale. This is real life. Sometimes it doesn't work out the way that you want it to. No matter how badly you want it to come together. Then.
This is a good art snap, boy.
I love this art. I love this.
The dumb art boy.
Yeah, I love him.
I think the scene for Cass opens, and it's in a dorm room with a bunch of other girls, and everyone is just sitting around making things for another event that's coming up. And Cass is scrolling through her phone, and as she passes through a bunch of... She's going through the letters and the contacts, and the M section has mom, and that's it.
Ooh. Ouch.
And that's scene.
Ouch. Dang.
Yeah.
So, then I guess my question is, did you want to come together or drift apart?
I went in for Drift Apart.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
So I believe now yeah, that's the end of the game. So I mean, that's one missed call. That was great. I love this.
Yeah.
I love this sad little game.
I love me a sad game. That's my favorite type of 2-player game.
Mm-hmm.
It's always good, especially if they intend sad, you can go extra sad, and if they don't intend sad, you can go at least baseline. Ow, my chest hurts.
Yeah. Oh man, I like that. There's the option of not sad.
Yeah,
But I like that it's...
I can see this being a really cute, like fun, like touching, like kind of game where you and your friend just get real soft with each other, and I'm just like, oh, that's nice.
I like that there's a happy ending option, but it's difficult because the prompts, which I will now read so that the audience can really take in.
Yeah.
So there's I love you. Sorry I couldn't be there. I can't come. Remember that one time. It's been too long. You should have been there. I've got another call. Sorry I missed you. It wasn't my fault. Goodbye, I guess. Which, ouch.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you soon, and I wish you were here.
I can honestly, I can see all of these being presented in a really happy, fond, like loving way. So at the same time, I can see how this game can be played entirely in just a really good coming together type thing, where everything's a fond call.
Yeah, and I like that. Also, there's that real possibility, which we saw, of like just things not going the way that at least I wanted them to go.
Yeah.
Oh, what a good game.
I can't wait to play this again with a bunch of my other pals because we live for sad games, and I might use this for my actual play that's going to be born one day.
I think it's good. I think it's a great game for doing in this format because it is based on that and this like all vocal interactions. Ugh, I really like this game. Anyway.
Yeah.
Now I'm all emotional. Precious
now
little baby's got me all emotional. Jess, thank you for coming on Party of One.
Thank you for having me. This is really fun.
Oh, this was great. This was absolutely great. So real quick, before we wrap up, where can people find your work online?
You can find me all over the internet at angryartist113. That can be found on Twitter, Tumblr, DeviantArt, and several other things that I might not remember anymore, but mostly I am pretty active on Tumblr and Twitter.
Cool.
And also, I have to replug my podcast for the third time.
Yes.
And you can also find my podcast, Fake Geek Girls, at FGGPod on Twitter.
Excellent. Well, I am going to throw it over to me in the future, who is hopefully not as emotional as I am right now, so that he can confidently wrap up the show.
Nice.
Take it, future me.
Thanks, Fast Me. And thanks again to Jess for coming on the show. That was really, really fun. I absolutely love that game. Be sure to follow Jess on Twitter and Tumblr at angryartist113 to see more of her work and to see if commissions are opening before emailing. And seriously, go listen to Fake Geek Girls. It is a wonderful podcast. It is fun and positive and encouraging and also frustrating in all the ways that it is supposed to be frustrating. I think if social justice matters are something that you're already thinking about, I think it is important to go listen and really take in how common and reoccurring some of those narratives are and some of those microaggressions. And I think if social justice concerns aren't something that you're really thinking about, I think you have a real obligation to listen and have the conversation of, have I ever been that person? Because we all have an obligation to make the spaces that we're in better, And the first step in doing that is listening to the stories of people that have been wronged and acknowledging that this shit is happening and that it shouldn't be happening. So go listen to this podcast, because it's also a lot of fun. It's also positive and encouraging. So yes, go listen. A link can be found in the show notes. Go listen right now. You know everything else I'm going to say right now? Go listen. Now, go. Wait, no, before you go, I do actually have one announcement. January 29th, 5 p.m., Tattooed Moms, Philadelphia, Party of One Live. Our friends at Everything is Awesome are celebrating their first podversary with a live podcast festival setup. A bunch of really fun podcasts are going to be there. Quest for Magic and Steel, 25 O'Clock, Full Belly Laughs, and us. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to be playing Dungeon Crawl Classics live. You should absolutely come by, check it out. The thing starts at 1, our show comes on at 5. It's going to be a blast. A link can be found in the show notes. Be sure to follow Party of One on Twitter at Party of One Pod, like the show on Facebook at facebook.com/Party of One Podcast, and if you love the show, consider telling a friend. iTunes reviews, social media shoutouts, and word-of-mouth recommendations do a lot in helping the show grow and achieve bigger and better things like live shows, convention appearances, and more. As I mentioned at the top of the show, you can also consider backing us on Patreon. Patreon backers get early access to episodes. They get to pick the games on the show. They get bonus material like character sheets, monster stat blocks, and more. Consider checking us out at patreon.com/Party of One Podcast. If you want to hear more from me, consider checking out All My Fantasy Children, the podcast where Aaron Catano and I take your listener prompts and turn them into living, breathing, vibrant role-playing game characters. This week we created Catch Cavalier, the world's most charming necromancer, and it's a really good episode. It's one of my favorites to date. You should absolutely check it out. Party of One is produced and edited by Jeff Stormer and Jen Frank. All music for the show comes from the song Infinite Lives by Megaran featuring the D&D Sluggers. If you're interested about advertising rates or about coming onto the show, shoot me an email at partyofonepodcast@gmail.com. That's it for me. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time, party on, party people.